Hey guys, so before we jump into this video, I wanted to let you know that I'm originally talking in the beginning of this video as if I'm doing a reading vlog, reading only NetGalley arcs. Unfortunately, I ended up DNFing a few of the books, but I didn't want most of this footage to go to waste because I really wanted to do more reading vlogs for you guys. So this is going to be just a random reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoy. I ended up reading some pretty interesting books and I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog on NetGalley arcs. I love reading advanced reader copies when I can. I do have a NetGalley account and I'm currently, I think, at 52%. I'd like to try to be higher on those numbers as best as I can. But I thought I would do a reading vlog where I just read NetGalley arcs. So I have picked 3 books. One of them I'm like super excited about. But I don't think I'm going to read that one first just yet. I plan on reading Don't Look For Me by Wendy Walker. This one does come out in November. I do typically like to try to read my NetGalley arcs before they're published. I also want to read You Love Me by Carolyn Kepnes, which is book 3 of the You series. I am so excited to read this one, and I'm just beyond shocked that I got approved for this one, so I cannot wait to read this one. I'm so excited. The other one, I am going to cheat a little bit because I haven't read it before its release date, but I'm going to be reading the other Lucinda Berry book, which is The Best of Friends. I actually have a finished copy thanks to my friend Gwen, who purchased this for my birthday. Thank you, Gwen, so much. You are so sweet. Yeah, I think I'm going to purchase this one first just because I just got done reading a Kindle book and I want to read like a physical book. Plus, I think this one's right under 300 pages, so hopefully I can read this one pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read this one and I will update you as quickly as possible. So I'm going to be reading The Best of Friends by Lucinda Berry. I'm not 100% sure what this one is about, but I will read the synopsis. It says, best friends Lindsay, Kendra, and Danny endure every parent's nightmare when a tragic accident befalls their teenage boys, leaving one dead, another in a coma, and the third too traumatized to speak. Ooh, we're just going to stop there. I think that's enough to hook me. So I'm going to read as much as I can before I have to leave to go to a friend's house, and I'll update you guys as I go along, okay? Just read the prologue and I'm immediately hooked. So you have a husband and wife who are trying to watch TV and they hear this loud bang, kind of like gunshots. And they're worried because their son is actually spending the night at a local neighborhood like house, like his best friend's house, which is the next street over or something. And the house is completely surrounded at that other kid's house. SWAT and police are there and she's just trying to see her son. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Ignore all this. I actually took a shower a couple hours ago and now I am just getting down to kind of, I guess, the gist of the story. So let me put you down somewhere. Okay, so The Best of Friends is actually about 3 mothers. We have Kendra, Danny, and Lindsay, and they all have a son who are best friends with each other. And basically, it starts off, all 3 kids are at one of the parents' houses, and there are 2 gunshots. One kid is shot and killed. The other one was shot in the head, but is alive, but like in a coma. And then the other one is so traumatized that he won't speak. So they're trying to figure out exactly what happened. But again, one is dead, one is in a coma, one is not speaking. So I will say this, the only thing that I have to complain so far is it's really hard to remember which mom has which kid and is married to which husband. So I'm having a little hard time distinguishing that. But I did get the audiobook and it's helping out tremendously because each mother has their own narrator. So I do like that so far. It's becoming a lot clearer. One of the parents has a lawyer, and it's the one that had the gun, and it happened at their house. And so apparently there was like a pact with all the moms saying that they wouldn't get lawyers involved and stuff like that, but one of them actually did, so it's stirring up a little more drama. And yeah, so far I really like it. I'm on chapter 10, which is on page 47. The chapters are super short, which I do like, and I feel like I'm flying through this. So once I have a little bit more of an update, I will let you guys know. Small update. I am about halfway through this book right now. I've got like this much left. I'm currently on page 131, chapter 28. And I do have some thoughts and feelings right now. I do like the story quite a bit, but I am finding it very hard to keep up with the three moms. You have Danny, Lindsay, and Kendra, and each one of their sons has a different scenario over what happened. Like I mentioned earlier, Danny's son is traumatized and alive but won't speak. Kendra's son passed away, and then Lindsay's son is in a coma. And it's really hard to like distinguish like who is who. And I know Danny's character and their situation a little bit more, just because I feel like her character and her family dilemma is a little bit more distinguishable. The other two, I can't tell you like most of the time like whose kid belongs to which mom. So I do find that a little bit kind of hard. I will say the audiobook is helping quite significantly as I take my earbuds out. I am liking the story. I feel like we're getting to know more family dilemmas. Lindsay and Kendra, I feel like they're almost kind of like the same person, and I also feel like I don't really know their husbands very well. So I don't know. We still don't quite know what happened, but we are finding out a lot of stuff about the three boys. We're finding out stuff about their dads, their moms, their siblings, and it's kind of crazy. Like, not a whole lot is happening, but we're finding out a lot of stuff, so I'm hoping this builds up to like a big reveal. Currently 8:15 right now, and I'm just gonna like do my nighttime skin routine. I don't really do much, but I do need to like brush my hair because I haven't brushed it since I got out of the shower like this morning. And then I want to do like some more like skincare, so have fun with this. because I know everyone's going to ask me. I have no idea where this coffee mug came from. It's so good. Love it. Good morning. I look rough. I literally just woke up. Haven't even brushed my hair or washed my face. I like to wake up, get the dogs ready. They just got done eating. So if you hear them like moving around, they literally just got done eating. I finished The Best of Friends by Lucinda Berry last night. And I'm going to give this one 4 stars. But I do have some thoughts that I would like to share. It's really good. It definitely has a very slow burn, I would think. And it does have one thing that I particularly don't like. It's where like something big has happened and then the whole book you're trying to figure out like exactly what happened. Like nothing else major happens, if that makes any sense. Like I mentioned in my previous clips, like it has the 3 moms and they're very hard to like tell the difference or whose son belongs with which woman. I felt like that was a little confusing, but I felt like the audiobook did a really good job at distinguishing at least most of the time who was who. So I really did like this. I flew through this in like less than 2 days. So I really like Lucinda Berry's like writing style, and I love how it has to do with like psychological like trauma and stuff like that because she is actually a psychologist. I would definitely check her out. My favorite still is The Perfect Child. But I really did like this one. I like this one a lot more than When She Returned. So next, moving on to the list, I'm going to do, so I don't have the actual cover on my NetGalley, but it's Don't Look For Me by Wendy Walker. I've heard really good things. I have no idea what this one is about. Let's look up the synopsis real quick. Don't Look For Me. It says the greatest risk isn't running away, it's running out of time. One night Molly Clark walked away from her life. She doesn't want to be found, or at least that's the story. The car abandoned miles from home, the note found in the nearby hotel, the shattered family that couldn't put back together. They call it a walk away. It happens all the time. Women disappear, desperate to leave their lives behind and start over. But is that what really happened to Molly Clark? Interesting. And it's actually perfect timing because my library, which is how I found out that this book has already been released, my library actually came in on my hold, which I didn't even realize I put on hold. Yeah, there's the cover actually, in case you guys are curious. So yeah, I just got the audiobook. I actually have the day off because it's Columbus Day, and I am actually going to do quite a few things. First thing I'm going to do is actually sit here and read for about 45 minutes. Then I'm going to go to the gym, and then I like to come back and read, do a little bit of cleaning, do some laundry definitely. But hopefully I can get like a good chunk of this knocked out. So I don't know. Hello. So it has been a few days. I was originally going to start this video as a reading NetGalley arc video, but after I read the first book, which was The Best of Friends, which was a NetGalley arc, I realized that I didn't want to do this video. So I think I'm just going to make this into like a random reading video. Maybe I'll title it something different, but yeah, I was originally going to read Don't Look For Me by Wendy Walker next. I started to read, I think I read like the prologue and like the first 3 chapters, and I just was not interested at all. I do think I will read that book eventually. It's just I'm not ready at this time. And also it's already been published. So with that in mind, I think I want to start this next part of the vlog reading Goodnight Beautiful by Amy Molly. This one, I've already started it and I'm already really enjoying it. I just got this actually on release day, which was Tuesday the 13th. But I am really intrigued by this book so far. And from what I gathered, it is about a married couple named Anne and Sam, Dr. Stratler, if you want to, because Sam is actually a psychologist or psychiatrist, whichever one, and they are moving back into their hometown, or his hometown, for one, to take care of his mother who has Alzheimer's or dementia, and the wife is going in there to kind of spruce up their house. They're changing their house into a home slash office for the doctor to have his patients come in and out. And one day, Anne is actually cleaning one of the rooms upstairs and finds a vent, and she can actually hear everything that's going on between the patients and the doctor. I don't know where it's going to go, but the prologue did say that the doctor goes missing. So I'm really, really curious. So hopefully this will actually turn out pretty good. I love The Perfect Mother by this author, so I'm really, really excited. I'm currently doing a reading sprint with some girls in my book club, but I'm thinking about planting a pumpkin on the Forest app. If you don't know what this app is, basically you plant a tree, and I think you can go up to 2 hours, and basically you can't get on your phone at all, otherwise your tree dies. And you can also plant like plants together, so that way like a group of 5, if one person leaves, everyone's tree dies. So it's so much fun. I definitely recommend like checking this one out. But I'm going to read some more of Goodnight Beautiful, and I will update you when I have more thoughts. Good morning. It is the next morning, and I just wanted to give you an update on Goodnight Beautiful. I took the dust jacket off, but this is getting really good. It's like, I don't want to call it a slow burn because it's not, because I don't think I like slow burns, but like the pacing is very on par, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I just got to part 2 and I was like, okay, I'm going to read until part 2 and then I'm going to go to sleep. Part 1 left on like such like a like jaw-dropping moment. I was like, well, now I can't go to sleep. And it had one of those, it did one of those things I absolutely love, because it's so unpredicted. And obviously I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil this book for you, but it definitely did one of those like what type of things. And it was just like, okay. And so part 2 kind of starts over, and I'm just like, what did I just read? Like, this is so wild and crazy. Also, I wanted to share my bookmark that my friend Ashley got me. She got me a personalized bookmark. It says happy 30th birthday, Jessie. So sweet. I thought it went pretty well with my current books. So anyways, the dogs are just playing right now, and I think I'm going to go inside, pack up my bag, get ready to go to work. Today is a very casual day. I'm wearing jeans, some sneakers, and just a hoodie. So nothing too crazy. I don't think we have any plans tonight. I think we're honestly just going to cook dinner at the house and kind of stay in. And so I think I'm going to try to like knock this one out, because like I was like boom, 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 boom. And the audiobook is really good. I just don't like the narrator, but like it kind of makes sense now. I don't know. It's super weird, but I would definitely recommend so far. Hopefully this book doesn't disappoint. I'm currently on page 119, chapter 20 to be exact. So, and this is like less than 300 pages. So. So I am currently on chapter 40 on page 220. I have less than like 60 pages, I think, left of the story. And one thing I've noticed is like the pacings kind of went down a little bit. It's definitely slowed down, like where things have kind of turned to where it's not as like boom, 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 like things are happening one after another. Now it's kind of slowed down a little bit to figure out like how the story is going to end. A lot of secrets have been revealed, and I think they were revealed nicely, but it's all coming in the middle beginning of the book. So now I'm just like, what other twists and turns are actually going to happen? So I am a little confused on that, but hopefully there will be another twist. The other thing I want to mention, it does kind of sound very similar to another iconic story. I don't want to give too much away, but I will say it's a very iconic Stephen King story. And I don't know, like and it even mentions that book in this book. So it's kind of weird. I'm like how original is this? But I don't know. I'm liking it, but it's definitely went from like a 5-star to like a 4-star now. So I don't know. We'll see what these last few pages do. I finished. So I am actually going to give this one 4 stars. It actually turned out to be pretty good. The ending did rush a little bit to where it was actually more fast paced. There wasn't a huge big reveal like most thriller has, but the beginning plot twists in the beginning were so good that I think this is definitely worth the read. However, I feel like the mid to end section was a little bit more slower, but it definitely picked back up. So with that, I have no idea what I'm going to read next, but I think I'm going to save that for the morning. Alright, so I just got done reading the first 3 chapters of You Love Me by Carolyn Kepnes, which is book 3 in the You series. And I have to say, I'm a little, I don't want to say disappointed, because I'm not disappointed. I'm just a little surprised at the direction it's going, because it's not how I thought the book would start. And to this day, I still don't know how the book is going to go or what it's about, but I am kind of curious. So I will update you once I have read more than just 10% of the book. Hey guys, so a little bit of an update. I am actually going to be DNFing one of my most anticipated books of all time, You Love Me. But I am actually going to not fully DNF it. I personally feel like as an arc, it's not ready to be read, because I feel like there was a lot of typos or sentences not making sense. Also, a lot of context that wasn't very clear. And so I want to actually read probably the finished product, because I love this book series so much that I just don't want to keep reading a book that's not ready, if that makes sense. I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this vlog here. I know this vlog has been like all over the place. It was supposed to be like a NetGalley arc vlog. Then it kind of just turned into like a normal reading vlog. But yeah, I do apologize, but I do have some other vlogs planned. Hopefully they'll go way better than this one originally was. But yeah, I'm going to go back to my TBR challenge I just drew. In case you're curious, I'm going to be reading Regretting You, so definitely check out my wrap-up once I post that one at the end of the month. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. I would love for you guys to stay and see all of my future videos. Also, like and comment down below. And also, I have a Bookstagram. It's at readingwithjess_. And I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.